Hey there! I thought I would have some fun explaining my new physical DPS character and why she's a physical DPS character. She has a cryo vision. You can see it on her shoulder there, on her right shoulder.
Beg for mercy.
And so I thought it was a slower activation. It's only 3 seconds, and that's actually pretty important for how her kit works. I have her in probably the best team I can build for her. Raiden Shogun. She is the goddess of electricity, goddess of electro. She puts that eye up, which causes your character to gain electro infusion. So all of her attacks when that eye is up, it will be electro. And it lasts a long time, as you can see, because she's the goddess of electro. She's supposed to be strong. Eon-san, she came out about 1.5 years ago. She improves your character's attack with her burst. And you can see, like, 10 seconds on her skill recharge. Mika is 15 seconds. Eon-san, she goes in and out of her skill, so there we go. 11 seconds, 12 seconds. It's not 12 seconds, it's more like 15 seconds. But she goes in and out of it. And Eula, of course, 4 seconds. It's pretty quick. So this is a really good team because electricity plus cryo is superconduct. Superconduct reduces the enemy's physical damage defense. So when you superconduct, this game is a lot about elemental reactions. I don't know what that is. I don't want to try it. When you reduce a character's physical resistance, that's what I'm thinking of. You'll do more physical damage. Oh, there's some guys right there. Okay. So, the way she works, and I thought this was pretty interesting because it took me a while to figure out and I had to watch a video about her character. She's about 4.5 years old, released in the game. So she came out about 1 year and 6 months maybe after the game began. I'm going to charge up her burst over on these guys.
Shine down.
Electro infusion, superconduct.
Shudder.
You can see she does a lot of physical damage. That's the white.
Beg for mercy.
So she's doing pretty good damage. 13,000. It's okay. 11,000. Right? I need to get her burst up, which is why I killed those guys. Okay, let's try her out on these guys. These guys are gonna be really tough. Well, I mean, they're not like bosses. Obviously, they're just regular NPC mobs. But they're pretty, I mean, they're level 101. They're pretty hefty. Should be a good fight. Okay, so let's see. Raiden Shogun. Mika.
Quick as a flash.
Eon-san first. Mika first.
Crush.
Charge it up. Here we go. Now I have 6 seconds, 7 seconds before her burst goes off. And she's gonna need that.
Let us cross swords. Yes, I got.
I didn't see it there. Let's bring her back with some soda pop.
Now you shall perish.
Raiden Shogun.
Foot first.
This is the gate entrance to your burst.
Illusion shattered.
Come
Neutralizing threats.
Okay, there we go.
Stronger.
Okay, the door opens, a couple more guys come out. This is the entrance to the facility, whatever place. Shadow gun.
Now's your
First.
chance. You had your chance.
Control graded. Let's beg for mercy. Crush. Touche.
But her burst isn't up, so I can't really use her.
Shudder.
I'm just using these guys to charge off. I needed Mika's burst because I needed him to
Engaging.
heal,
Beg for mercy.
Intel. Send.
She's pretty cool. She's part of the, Lawrence clan. That's this area. She's not related to the Hex Ray. Venti is. So this starter area, Mondstadt. That's, you see Mondstadt. I've 100%ed everything. Haven't 100%ed Dragonspine, but I hate Dragonspine. I've been playing for 4 years now. My 4-year anniversary was last week. And here in Mondstadt, 200 years ago, it was ruled by the Lawrence clan. What happened was the leader of the country was chosen by a race. So you would enter into the race. Whoever won the race got to lead the country. That goes back to a woman who saved the country from a monster like 500 or 600 years ago, 1,000 years ago or something. And she was really strong, and because of that, they implemented this system where a race chose the new leader. And about 200 years ago, the Lawrence clan had rigged the race so that only they would win it each year. And Venti, the god of Mondstadt, who is incredibly hands-off, he told his people that he wants them to live freely and created what he calls the Nation of Freedom. And that's Mondstadt, the Nation of Freedom. Everybody here should have their choice to live their life how they want. When the Lawrence clan took over completely and was cheating at this race, he couldn't stand by and do nothing anymore. So 200 years ago in the story, Venti showed up and forced the Lawrence clan out. And so they are a fallen nobility class. They've lost their money, they've lost their prestige, they've lost their power. When the god of your nation literally shows up and tells you to buzz off, that's a huge loss to your prestige. Okay. Are all of these gonna wake up, or just some of you? Oh, there's a chest there. Activate. I don't know what this is gonna do. Yeah, that's what I thought. Aerial firepower test. Groovy.
Illusion shattered.
Aerial firepower.
Quick as a flash.
Neutralizing threats. Leave the wounded to me.
Shudder.
Come on, let's charge up their skill.
Flood of frost. Crush.
Come on. Okay, her light sword that is building, there, 142,000. That was pretty good. Let's bring her back. I'm having a hard time because I wonder if I should...
On my mark.
Because her burst requires her to build up her stacks of her
Beg
attacks.
for mercy. Blood first.
Ah! I need your attack! Oh, my alarm's going off. It's 6 in the morning. I've been up since 4:30. Come on. Stacks.
More
Stacks.
speed. Shudder. Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
Providing cover fire.
Crush. More speed. Vengeance will be
Okay,
mine.
so it builds her sword. You can see the light sword being built there. And you need to keep her on field.
Let's keep going, team.
120,000. I'm gonna shut that off because that's obviously annoying. I already found work for today, but I have an hour to kill because I woke up at 4:30. So she does a lot of damage and it's white. It's not cryo, which would be light blue. It's specifically white because it's physical damage. And that's because of how she builds up her light sword.
What do we have here?
Yeah, that's a pretty good treasure chest there. So
There is no escape.
I've got to work on her sustainability in combat because apparently her light sword can burst when she's not on the field. That's good to know.
Illusion shattered.
This will do it.
Good grief.
Backup is here.
Yeah. Huh? Crush. Huh. I'm going home.
12,000. So what she does is she builds up stacks of her attack. Not the little swords. That's her weapon. That's the serpent spine. Serpent spine builds up stacks, and you do more damage the more stacks you have. And as long as you're not being hit, it builds up stacks. The best weapon I have for her would be Snow Tomb Star Silver. So let's try and switch that over. See if we can get more damage. Look at these guys. This is a country that's been taken over by Russia, if you want to look at it that way. Snezhnaya
There is no escape.
the country to the north that's basically like
Precision strike.
early industrial age
Shut up.
Russia.
Crush.
Mission.
More speed. Shine down.
Come on, you guys. There we go. Oh, I missed! So this is a place called Nodcry. They've been taken over by Snezhnaya. Oh, that's not one. This is Nodcry. All of this area up here, all of this area up here. Snezhnaya is probably... Oh, I don't know. Oh, I've got an anecdote for Risley. Snezhnaya is to the north, so I'm assuming it's up here, up here, up here. We just got this area released last week. I've already got 42% progress on it. We've been waiting for about 5 years for this area from here up to be released in the game because we were told Dornman Port was the port that Mondstadt had to the ocean, but we never saw it. And now we finally have. Anyway, I think you understand how her physical DPS works. It is building stacks for her light sword, and then the light sword explodes and she does physical damage. She doesn't do cryo damage, she is a cryo character.
Shudder.
But her damage output, her real, slug hit is that light sword. There should be a few really tough monsters over this way. No.
Time to scout.
I just want to see how Snow Tomb Star Silver will work on her. It's going to be a little different because The other one, Serpent Spine, gives crit rate, so she has a higher chance to crit. This really lowers her crit rate down. I'm gonna have 40% crit rate, 213% crit damage, which is excellent. We need one of those big monster guys. I thought it would be over here. They're all over the place. No, I mean the Wild Hunt will work. Looking for one of those big old beast monsters. That's the Wild Hunt. I don't know. Where do you go when you're looking for monsters?
Quick, under the umbrella, or you'll get soaked. You can't risk catching a cold, because it might turn into something more serious. And if that happens, well, I can't go avenging my clan by picking on the sick now, can I?
She always talks about avenging her clan, and it's... She's a member of the... She's basically a member of the police. She has basically joined the Mondstadt police. No, not the goats. Which one of those big old freaking beast monsters? Oh, you know what? I'll bet you I could find one if I looked up drops for a character. Yehoda? What do you need, Yehoda? Land cruisers, these are big. These are big monster things. They're we fought one already. Okay, land cruiser. There should be one right down here. Right down, there we go. Ooh, you know what? Hold on. I'll do something first. I'm going to increase her crit rate through eating something. What's it called? Will work. I may as well use... Nope. 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 Oh, come on. Decreases parties. I have 2 of these, which means she's had 2 birthdays. I do not have Nilo, so the only way you'll get one of her special dishes is on her birthday, and I've collected 2 of them for her birthday. There we go. Decreases stamina consumption. We'll use that. This is crit rate 12%. There's a higher one. 8%, 8%, 10%, 14%. A Escoffier special. I am not using that. Attack by 300. I guess we're gonna have to use Adeptus Temptation. And I may as well up my defense since I'm doing it. There's no physical DPS damage bonus, like cryo resistance. Increases all parties' animal damage. I could use cryo damage, but she doesn't do cryo damage. She does physical DPS. So let's just use Adeptal Temptation.
Illusion shattered! Quick as a flash! Step aside!
You had your chance.
Beg for mercy.
Okay, let's get a couple of stacks.
Shine down!
Shogun
Start the clock!
first.
Leave the wounded to me.
Shudder! Flood of frost!
I don't know if I can hit him. Oh, I can't. Good. Come on! I have to build stacks!
Crush!
86,000. I can't build stacks down here if you fly in the air, you
There is
piece
no
of
escape!
crap. The only thing I can have that reaches that guy is Mika. Oh, I can kinda hit you. You suck!
Crush!
You had your chance.
Well, here. Oh, no.
Control breathing!
Oh, I got him. Alright, 86,000 is kind of lame. Is it all the same kind of land cruiser, or is it shouldn't all be the flying kind? Yeah, I mean land cruiser means the robot type, not specifically that one. Adeptal chance, the temptation is not gonna last forever. Huh.
Shine down.
These are weak
Stronger.
moves. Yeah, they're flying.
Beg for mercy. Yeah. Illusion shattered. Quick as a flash.
Let's keep going, team.
Crush. Huh?
Well, maybe if I use her. But these guys are just too small. Like, seriously, stop with the flying ones. I'm gonna leave. They're not all flying, I know that. And I'm not gonna do just flying machines. This is stupid. There we go. Hello. A ground-based one, that'll work. Kind of slow.
Shine down.
You had your chance.
Okay.
Beg for mercy. Vengeance will be mine.
Did it a little early.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal. Let us cross swords. Crush.
You already used her. Well, let's build it up again.
Leave the wounded to me.
Beg for mercy. There is no escape.
What is causing my music to continue? Well, I need Mika's burst. I need Eula's burst. So let's kill some stuff. Okay, there's the machines there, but let's look around a bit. Is there something to kill? Oh, there's a quest over there. I'm not gonna do it. Maybe up here. Oh,
Shine down.
serendipitous.
Providing cover fire.
Crush.
Oh, it's one of these guys.
Beg for mercy.
Nope, nope.
Faster. Stronger. There is no escape. Ha!
Final warning.
Okay.
Shudder. Shine down. On my mark.
Now's our chance.
Blood of
Burst.
Beg for mercy.
Okay, come on. The lights were building. 190,000!
Illusion shattered.
Hey, that's pretty good. Snow Tomb Star Silver. I
Shudder.
thought it was
Yes, I
good.
got my comeuppance.
Bring her back with some soda pop.
Shine down.
Come on, Mika. Your heal.
Torn to oblivion.
She pulls the sword out of her boobs. when that was shown in a preview, people didn't think that they were really gonna do that in the game, but they do. She is a puppet. This is the Raiden Shogun, and if you look at her thing, Raiden Shogun, she's a puppet. She's not human. There were twin sisters that looked alike, and they were the gods of Inazuma. This area over here. Gods of Inazuma. This whole island chain area is Inazuma. And the two sisters basically ruled it together as the gods, but there was A and Makoto. A being EI, or A, and Makoto, her twin sister. And Makoto was killed in the Cataclysm 500 years ago, and sealed herself into a sword.
Illusion shattered.
Well, it's Raiden Shogun uses a spear, but the sword that she pulls out of her chest, and it's supposed to be, you know, her pulling it out of her heart, but you know, whatever. Let's cancel navigation, thank you. But you know, the aesthetic is the same either way. And Raiden Shogun took over the country, and she copied her mind over to the puppet. So the puppet does the last thing she had wanted before sealing herself in the sword. And this is the Serenity Pot. You get it. It is you get it from an Adeptus. The food that I had was called Adeptal Temptation, and you need to put that down here, Mount Huala. You need to put it down here in order to get Cloud Retainer to show up, because you need her information. She's an Adeptus. Anyway, so this Serenity Pot was made by an Adeptus for you after you complete a story quest, and it is a place that is separated from the real world. And I'm saying all that because you can place characters from the real world into the Serenity Pot. And any character that you own can be put in here. And of course, I put A in here. And as you see, it says Raiden Shogun. But the one speaking is A. So, this is her self. This is her consciousness.
Perhaps you have come just to see me?
This is the girl sealed in the sword. Good morning, A.
Good morning. Even such a trivial interaction fills me with motivation.
So the
Amazing.
only place she can exist outside the sword is here in the Serenity Pot. So I always leave her here because I feel like living as a sword would kind of suck. So Raiden Shogun, this interaction can occur because the one on the right is the puppet, the one on the left is the real person. So yeah, how's that? And A sealed herself up because she was concerned about leaving her kingdom of Inazuma without a goddess. If something were to happen to her, she was worried that the nation would have nobody watching over it. And so in order to prevent that possibility, she sealed herself into the sword so that she could be eternal, and had the puppet take over the country. And it doesn't go well, because the puppet ends up, the last thing she had wanted, sealing herself up to watch over her country for eternity, meant that the puppet decided that it needed to prevent the nation from advancing, growing, or achieving anything beyond what they had already achieved. So she sealed off the country from the outside world and began a period of 500 years of isolationism, which is what happened to the actual Japan, since this is based on Japan. So the puppet sealed off the country from the rest of the world for 500 years. And you show up, and you start causing a mess, which forces the Raiden Shogun to arrive and be like, this is exactly why I closed off the country. And she tries to fight you, and you have to go to Yaimiko, who is the head of the shrine. Oh, that's not it. That's, well, I mean, this is the domain. The shrine is up here. You have to go to Yaimiko, who's the head of this shrine, and I have Yaimiko as well. You have to go to Yaimiko to ask for help, because Raiden Shogun's gonna absolutely murder you. She's gonna kill you.
All right, amuse me.
And you don't have the power to stand up against the Raiden Shogun. So you go to Yaimiko. This is
Come on
Yaimiko.
out. Right here.
She has the fastest, which is only 2 seconds long. But that's how her skill works. She puts on turrets. She has the fastest refresh on her skill of any character in the game. And that's because that's how her turrets work. Anyway, so you go to you go to Yaimiko and you're like, I need help. She's like, the only person who can help you is A. She is sealed in the sword, but I have a way to reach her consciousness. So she helps you get into A's consciousness and say, your puppet is going out of control. You need to reassert your position as the leader of your country. And there's a fight that ends up. And the fight is in here. And I'm not gonna... Well, I mean, I could bring Yaimiko. She doesn't quite work the same way in this group. No, I'm not matching. We're just gonna start. She doesn't have quite the same ability as using Raiden Shogun because she uses turrets, but the effect will be similar.
Emerge right now.
So you end up having to fight the puppet
Emerge. Thunder.
in order to regain control of the country.
Beg for mercy.
This wall, a fleeting shadow.
Yeah, pathetic. Shut up. Let's move. Right here.
Illusions
Emerge.
about destructions. Precision strike. Let's keep going.
Ah! You broke my timing, you dummy.
Shattered.
Anyway, I'm not gonna fight the whole puppet here. It's just, yeah, you get the point. Anyway, so you have to fight the puppet, and then A reasserts control, but the puppet apologizes to A and was like, I was only following your last order to eternity. And she's like, yep, the people need to live. So they open the country up after you win that fight. And so people can trade with Inazuma again, and yay! That's how the story goes. Anyway, so she is a noble from a fallen noble family. Yaimiko is a priestess of the Grand Narukami Shrine. Raiden Shogun is the goddess of this nation, although not really.
Stay close and you will live.
Puppet. The actual leader is A. Yansun is a gym leader. Like, she runs a gym,
Stronger.
which is why she runs real fast. And if you wait long enough, she pulls out her weightlifting equipment. She has super long hair. I didn't even think of that. It's almost to the ground. She's a lot older than she looks. She's not a kid. There's her weight training equipment. She runs a gym. She's super strong because she has a vision. Vision holders are not normal humans. Well, they are, but they're not normal humans anymore. There's her electro vision on her back. And it often gives them powers and skills beyond regular humans, and in her case it gave her super strength. And so she uses that to train people so that, she runs a gym. Mika is from
You
Mondstadt,
had your chance.
and he is a cartographer. He's a map maker. So he goes around in the wild, and he explains to the player when you're in Mondstadt, he explains to the player that he runs into monsters all the time, which is why he's got to be strong. He's got a vision. It's on his right glove. He has a cryo vision. He is almost a pure healer. His Sky Feather song, I need to get him up higher, but his Sky Feather song, I should get more levels on this dude. I can totally, it's expensive, 26,000. Mora. That is 8. Level 8. He gets +3 because of his constellation. His constellation 4. So he got that for this. Constellation 3. Increases the level of Skyfeather Song by 3. So he's now 8, and I usually try and get my characters all to 8. 8, 8, 8 that I use. So 8, 8, 8. 8, 8, 8. 8, 8, 8. 8, 8, 9. She's really useful because her third skill gives attack bonus to any character. And you can see 10s because I really like her. She's one of my favorite characters. She's got glasses. Zhongli. He's the god of Geo. Anyway, there you go. There's my recording for you this morning because I'm bored. And a physical DPS character. She builds stacks on her light sword, then it explodes, and she does physical damage. Not a lot you can do with physical damage. There are no characters that boost physical damage. There's characters that boost attack damage, but attack damage is not physical. But it does boost physical. It boosts all damage. Like, for example, Nahida, in her talent, Illusory Heart, boosts anybody standing in the field. It boosts dendro damage for anybody in the field. Farina boosts hydro damage. She boosts all damage, but Durin boosts fire damage. You know, there's no character that is a support for physical DPS. None. So the only way to enhance her attack power is to use Superconduct, which is when you have Electro hit Cryo, and then it creates Superconduct, which lowers the enemy's defense to physical damage. Yay. That's how she works. Auf Wiedersehen.